Welcome to YouTube channel. Today class for BCom Computer Applications, final year semester 6, subject Electronic Commerce, Unit 2, topics Secure HTTP, SMTP, SSL. Earlier discussed about the how internet works, what are the protocols are using, how the protocols are supporting, how protocols are working, etc. In addition to that TCP/IP, some other protocols are also included in it, that is HTTP. Previous class discussed about the HTTP. Now in this class we are going to discuss about secured HTTP, SMTP and SSL. About secured HTTP, earlier we know that HTTP, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Now HTTPS, that means Secured Hypertext Transfer Protocol or Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. It is another protocol in addition to the HTTP. So here what is HTTPS means? HTTPS is a combination of HTTP with SSL or TLS protocol, and it provides encrypted communication and secure identification of network server. And HTTP's connections are often used for payment transactions on the www, for sensitive transactions in corporate information system. Generally, the HTTP is the standard protocol, standard hypertext transfer protocol. But the HTTP consists were very less secure features. To add more secure features or to key payment system or the key information must be sent over a network in secure manner. For that purpose the HTTPS is using. What it is doing means the transaction or information sent through over a network in secure manner, that is by using encryption mechanisms. So that's why it provides encrypted communication and as well as it secure identification of a network server. This is about the basic things related to HTTPS. So moreover it is a combination of HTTP and SSL. SSL means secure socket layer. We discuss further about this SSL. Moreover here HTTP connection, what it is doing, especially HTTPS is using for payment transactions purpose as well as to transmit a secure information over a network. Then moreover HTTP is a secure version of the hypertext transfer protocol, and it allows secure communication transactions such as online banking, web browsers such as Internet Explorer and Firefox display a padlock icon to indicate that the website is secure, as it also displays such as, for example, https.facebook.com. Generally HTTP means there is a simple request response protocol that contains very less features, secure features. There is a chance of hacking information in that HTTP. But when you are using HTTPS instead of HTTP, here we are using HTTPS. HTTPS means hypertext transfer protocol secure. It provides more secure features by sending information in by through a encrypted manner. So there are many websites for transaction purpose, especially online banking system, online payments, and more trusted information sending over a network by using HTTPS. Why it is popular means it contains the secure features by sending information or transactions by encrypted manner. So public private keys are using for encrypt and decrypt the messages over a HTTPS. That means the HTTPS included public private key mechanisms for encryption and decryption systems. For that purpose only, online banking system and other online payments, moreover the important information sending through a network. Then the differences between HTTP and HTTPS are as follows. Then it is a hypertext transfer protocol. It is a hypertext transfer protocol with secure. HTTP is a simple request response protocol, but HTTPS is a it is also a request response protocol, but it included secure features, and it is not secure and unreliable, whereas HTTPS is secure and reliable. Here HTTP URL begins with just HTTP, where HTTPS begins with URL begins with HTTPS instead of HTTP, S is added. Generally, that is by default. Any port is using HTTP as a default, but it is user port 443 by 443 by default. For any port is using use port 80 by default, it was use port 443 by default. Here the port is 80, where HTTP is used port is 443. Then it's subject to man in the middle and eavesdropping attacks. Then it is designed to withstand such attacks and is considered secure against such attacks. So here there is a chance of eavesdropping attacks and middle attacks, but here there is no middle attacks because it is end to end send messages in secure manner, so it avoids any such middleman attacks, eavesdroppers attacks. Then HTTP message is not encrypted, is not safe to send. Generally, when you are using hypertext transfer protocol mechanism, it is not encrypted, it is not safe to send, whereas HTTP messages is encrypted, so it include the headers and the request response load. It is safe than HTTP. It is used for many purposes such as website article that is open and available to everyone. This lack of security is often important, where the HTTP is used for the purposes for many purposes such as a website article that is open and available to everyone. This lack of security is often important. Here some secure features are very less compared with HTTPS. So because generally it is using for publish article on website to open to all. If website is one that needs to collect private information such as credit card number, then it is more secure protocol. A general purpose web article purpose HTTP is enough, but to maintain private information in more secure manner, HTTPS is used. The best example, the credit card details and other private information must be kept in confidential. For that purpose, HTTPS is using. Then HTTP operates at application layer, whereas HTTPS operates at transport layer. Here no certificates are required for HTTP, whereas HTTPS certificate is required. Then come to this is about the HTTP and HTTPS. In the last class, we discussed about the hypertext transfer protocol, whereas HTTPS is now discussed. We have an idea about HTTP and HTTPS. we understood about the differences between HTTP and HTTPS. So simply we have to say that it contains more secure features than HTTP. Generally, the HTTP is using for open article purposes, whereas HTTPS is used to maintain private information in secure manner. Whereas HTTP is not encrypted, is not sending messages in encrypted manner, whereas HTTPS is used to encryption to data transmission over a network. Then come to the next protocol is there, that is SMTP. SMTP means Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It is also one of the other protocols using or associated with TCP/IP. Here SMTP, S stands for Simple Mail, M stands for Mail, T for Transport, P means Protocol. It is a internet standard for electronic mail transmission. It is designed for email transmission through internet. This is about the SMTP. And first it is defined RFC 82 in 1982, whereas SMTP was first designed as RFC 82 in 821. RFC 821 in 1982. SMTP became widely used in the early 1980s. At the time, it was a complete to Unix copy program, UUCP, Unix to Unix copy program mail, which was better suited for handling mail transfers between machines that were intermittently connected. Here simply the first SMTP is RFC 821 in 1982, but generally the SMTP widely used in 1980, early 1980s, but at the same time it was complement to Unix to Unix copy program mail. Presently it is using in Windows operating system to send mails over the internet. The mail is popular with SMTP only. The SMTP contains MIME, multi-purpose internet mail extension program. It allows the users to create a mail and allow the users to send a mail over a internet. So the SMTP, the main purpose is to send a mail over a internet. Here SMTP is a TCP/IP protocol used in sending and receiving mail. SMTP is using for sending mail, at the same time it is used to receive a mail. The source, a person is sending a mail to other person for an organization or for personal use. Whatever the mail sending through a internet by using SMTP. At the same time, the other end, such mail is receiving by the person or an organization using SMTP. Users typically use a program that uses SMTP for sending email and either POP3 or IMAP for receiving mail. In addition to SMTP, at the receiving end, they may use other protocols, that is POP3, post office protocol, nothing but and IMPAP. This is also another protocol using for sending and receiving mails, emails, electronic mails. This is through internet. Then here SMTP concept is that user connect the internet and using some application, mail application, as a SMTP client and open it and compose the mail, and after composing, the client user may send a mail that can carry by the SMTP and transmitted to the server, SMTP server over a internet. From the server only, the other person or organization can access such mail sent by the client. This is the SMTP concept. So what it is doing here, the user and the user's client, the user destiny part, both are the users sending mails over a internet, but with help of the SMTP server. Here SMTP server means simple mail transfer protocol server. The server works as a user interface between the users to access the mails to exchange among them. For this purpose, the communication media, that is nothing but internet, helps to users computer to connect the SMTP server. In this manner, the data or mails are sending among the persons or person to organizations. Then working, how it works means, SMTP is a simple ASCII protocol that is based on client server model. SMTP works based on client server model. That means there are many number of users connecting a server through a internet. Whatever the messages are sending among them, all such messages are carrying with help of the server only. Whatever the person sending an email, such mail can be transmitted to the server. From the server only, the person can be accessing. So here we know that SMTP is a simple ASCII protocol that is based on a client server model. After establishing the TCP connection, the sending machine operating as the client waits for the receiving machine operating as the server to talk first. The server starts by sending a line of text giving its identity and telling whether or not it is prepared to receive mail. If it is not, the client releases the connection and tries again later. Here SMTP is a simple ASCII protocol. When user intended to send an email, for that purpose the connection must be established. At the time of connection, it requests the server. If server is ready, then user allowed to send an email. If server is not ready, the connection client releases the connection and tries again later for the connection for the request of the server. Then if the server is willing to accept email, the client announces whom the email is coming from and destination. The server gives the client the go ahead to send the message. So that means client is always requesting, the server is responding. If client is ready, if server is not ready, then the client releases the connection and tries again. If the server is ready to receive, then the client can starts the sending message, sending email, and giving the details who is sending and which is the destination, etc. Are included as a part of the email messages. Then the client sends the message after confirming the server response. After sending it, the server acknowledges it. This is the working of SMTP. Then SMTP commands. The hello command is used to initiate an SMTP session. When one host needs to establish an SMTP session with another host. Mail from command is used to primarily to send email addresses to the recipient to. Command tells the receiving host the email address of the message recipient. Here these are the commands. Hello command to initiate an SMTP session. When one host needs to establish an SMTP session with another host. So hello command purpose to initiate the session. The purpose is to one host to another host. So the purpose is to send one host to another host. For that purpose the session must be initiated. For the session initiate purpose the hello command is used. Then mail from this command is used to primarily to send email addresses. Mail from. So the first one is initiate the session, SMTP session. The second one mail from. This command is used to primarily to send email addresses. Then the recipient to command, it tells the receiving host the mail address of the message recipient. Now we understood about the SMTP history, SMTP working, SMTP commands. Then SMTP commands continuation that data has the body of the mail. The quit command is used to terminate an SMTP session. The reset command performs an SMTP reset. And then about the message that is currently being sent. Expin includes the mailing list to be expanded. Here other 4 commands are there. First to data command. The data command means it has the body of the mail. And the quit command, what it is doing, it terminate an SMTP session. Then reset command used to perform an SMTP reset and then about the message that is currently being sent. Reset command used to terminate the current session and start the new session purpose. The reset command is using to expand mailing list. The expn command is used to include the mailing list to be expanded. Then SMTP response codes. In the previous class also discussed about the various status codes, response codes of HTTP. Similarly, here the SMTP response codes. Responses are 3-digit codes sent from server to client. Here the 220 is the code, response code that says that the SMTP service is ready. When 221 code means SMTP is closing the transmission channel. 250 the command has been completed. 354 OK to transmit messages. 450 command cannot be completed because the mailbox is busy. These are the response codes. If we identify 220, that means the SMTP service is ready. Then 221 the SMTP is closing the transmission channel. 250 the command says that has been completed. Then 354 OK to transmit messages, whereas 450 command says that it cannot be completed because the mailbox is busy. Then other commands, 451 command has been authorized because aborted because of an error. So when 451 occur, that means the message command has been aborted because some errors are occurred. Then 452 the command has been aborted because the receiving host is out of disk space. If we identified the code 452 code, that means the disk space is out of, then the command, such command has been aborted. Then 500, it says that the syntax error occurred, whereas 450, it specified mailbox is unavailable or does not exist. If the mailbox is not available or does not exist, we identified the response code as 550. Then 552, this says that the command was aborted because the recipient has exceeded their storage quota. If the storage quota is exceeded, we observed that response code as 552. Then 554, the transaction has failed. These are the commands of SMTP. Then mail transfer phrases: connection establishment, mail transfer, connection termination. So to work anything, for such a process having some steps. Here also same thing. To send an email through over a network, the SMTP works based on the following three steps. The first one, when client requested to send an email, the connection should be established. Once the connection is established, the SMTP has to say it is ready to transfer. If SMTP is ready, then the user has to prepare a mail address, destination address, and other subject, body of the mail, etc. Once it is completed, the necessary sender should be initiated. Once it is initiated, the SMTP carries such messages and sent to the server. From the server, it sent to the concerned client ID. Then there the client can retrieve the message or mail which is transferred through SMTP. After the completion of sending an email, the connection should be terminated. That is the connection termination. Then come to connection establishment. In what way, how the connection is establishing? Once the user requests the SMTP, what it is doing means an SMTP sender will attempt to set up a TCP connection with a target host. When it is one or more mail message to be delivered to that host, the following sequence occurs during connection setup. When and sender uh, and sender will attempt to set up a TCP connection with a target host when it has one or more mail messages to deliver to that host. So generally sender wants to send messages. In sending, if one or more mail messages to send the host, the following sequence occurs during connection setup. The sender opens the TCP connection with the receiver. Once the connection is established, the receiver identifies itself with 220 service ready. Here the 220 is the response code of the server if SMTP service is ready. Then first TCP connection is established, then the server response code as 220, then SMTP is ready to serve. Then the sender identifies itself with the hello command. Generally the sender gives a command, hello command, for identification purpose. Then receiver accepts the sender identification with 250 OK. If hello command is given, then receiver accepts such hello command to receive the message by giving response code as 250. Then if the mail service and the destination is not available, the destination host returns a 421 service. If the destination part, if server is not available, is not existed, then they give response code as 421 as service is not available, reply in step 2, and the process is terminated. This is the sequence of connection setup. Then mail transfer, if it is okay, then it gives the 220. If it is not okay, then it gives us 421. Then if it is okay, then mail can be transmitted. Once the connection has been established, the SMTP sender may send one or more messages to the SMTP receiver. There are 3 logical phases to the transfer of message. One is a mail command identifies the originator of the message. Number 2, one or more recipient commands identify the recipients of this message. And third point, a data command transfer the message text. Here 3 logical phases. Number 1, mail command. Number 2, recipient command. Number 3, data command. Mail command for sending mail to the host by the client. Then the recipient command identify the recipients of the message. That means source and destination both are there. The source person initiate the mail command, and the destination person accepts the recipient command, and a data command actual content of the message can be handled. These are the 3 phases are included for transfer of messages. Then connection termination. First, connection establishment, data transfer, and connection termination. Here the SMTP sender closes the connection in the following manner. The sender sends a quit command and waits for reply. After sending an email, the sender, what it is doing, sends a quit command for waits and reply. Sender initiates the TCP close operation for the TCP connection. The receiver initiates its TCP close after sending his reply to the quit command. So the quit command requested by the sender, such quit command can be processed by the TCP close operation after receiving the acknowledgement from the receiver. The receiver initiates the TCP close after sending his reply to the quit command. Here the 3 commands are there. Quit, TCP close operation. Only one command, such command it is saying close operation, and it takes the reply from the receiver's side. This is the 3 steps involved in connection termination. These are the SMTP and SHTTP, 2 protocols, and one more secure protocol is secure socket layer. Simply we know that SSL. It is another one, secure socket layer. Here it is developed by Netscape Corporation. SSL is developed by Netscape Corporation. Version 1, 2, 3 and released in 1, 2 and 3 released in 1996. And another one is their transport layer security is also there, TLS. This is a successor of SSL, IETF standards track protocol based on SSL 3.0. Last updated in RFC 5246 2008. So that means the first secure socket layer was developed by Netscape Corporation. It is different versions are there, 1, 2, 3 in 1996. After this, the advanced version replacement for the successor of the SSL is the TLS, transport layer security. It is the standard protocol and based on SSL 3.0 only. It is last updated in RFC 5246 in 2008. Then about transport layer security, and its predecessor secure socket layer are cryptographic protocols that provide security for communications over networks such as the internet. TLS and SSL encrypt the segments of network connections at the transport layer end to end. Simply, both TLS and SSL. SSL is the first version, TLS is the latest version. Both protocols, both protocols are cryptographic protocols. As we know that cryptographic means it can use encryption decryption mechanisms to send a message as end to end secure manner. That means at one end messages are encrypted, then it transmitted over a network. After receiving at another end, they are again decrypted to the user readability. So both protocols are developed to send a message in secure manner from end to end mechanism. Then where is where SSL fits here? HTTP is the port number 80, SMTP port number 250, POP3 post office protocol third version is 110, whereas HTTPS secure protocol is 443, S secure simple mail transfer protocol is 485, 465. SPOP3 is the 995. So all these are secured with help of the secure socket layer. These SSL established between the transport layer and application layer. The application layer contains the HTTPS, SSMTP, SPOP3. In between these two, the secure socket layer is established, existed. It lies between transport layer and application layer. As a secure socket layer, it provides secure features by using cryptographic mechanisms. Then other layers are there, network and data link layer. Then what security is provided here? By providing endpoint authentication. In what way security providing means? By providing endpoint authentication, unilateral or bilateral communication confidentiality. That means when you are sending a message from source to destination, before sending an email, the proper authentication is essential. That is endpoint authentication when you are using SSL. Then it is unilateral or bilateral. Sometimes you are sending a message in one way. Such messages may send in two way by exchanging manner. Then the communication is also confidentiality. The established communication is also maintained in a confidentiality. Other persons, other mediatories, other intermediaries cannot be allowed in between the communication of both the persons. That means source and destination parts. Then for preventing eavesdropping, tampering, message forgery is security. The main purpose is to eavesdropping purpose, to prevent the eavesdropping, to prevent the tampering, to prevent the message forgery. Here these are the security providing mechanism. These are the following 3 points are preventing by using SSL. Then how security is provided? Eavesdropping, how it is provided means by using encryption and symmetric key cryptography. Here the encryption is using by using symmetric key cryptography. The eavesdropping can be prevented. Tampering, message digest cryptography hash is using to prevent the tampering, whereas authentication and digital signatures, public key cryptography, these are the tools are used to prevent the message forgery. Here the 3 problems are solved in communication, in sending data, sending messages, and these 3 problems are prevented. These 3 mechanisms are prevented by using these three type of solutions. The first one by using encryption and symmetric cryptography, and second one tampering, message digest, and a cryptographic hash, and message forgery by authentication of digital signature and public key cryptography. Then uses public key scheme. When you are using public key scheme, each client server pair uses two public keys, one for client browser and created when browser is installed on client machine, one for server, that is HTTP, created when server is installed on server hardware. Here two public keys are using, two private keys are using. Two public keys, one for client, one for server. One for client is created for client side, one for created for server side. Two private keys, one for client browser and one for server purpose. So combination of public and private key at client side, combination of public and private key at server side, the data can be encrypted and decrypted. This is the cryptographic public key scheme. Then cipher suit, common cipher suit algorithms, encryption algorithms, RC4, triple, DES, AES, IDEA, DES, Camellia, message authentic code, MAC algorithm, authentication by RSA, DSA, ECDSA, hashing by MDS, SHA. Then key exchanging algorithm, that is RSA, Diffie-Hellman, ECDH, SRP, PSK, pseudo random function, PRF. Then SSL architecture. This is the SSL architecture. SSL handshake protocol, SSL change cipher, specific protocol, SSL alert protocol, HTTP. SSL record protocol, TCP, IP. TCP we know the transmission control protocol, whereas IP is internet protocol. After that the SSL is record protocol is there. It includes these other protocols such as mentioned above. Here the SSL session, an association between client and server created by handshake protocol, defined set of cryptography parameters may be shared by multiple SSL connections. SSL connection, a transient peer-to-peer communication link associated with SSL session. The four upper layer protocols are application encryption protocol, change cipher space protocol, alert protocol, handshaking protocol. These are the four upper layer protocols. Then SSL record protocol, what it is, it services provided are confidentiality, that means using symmetric encryption with a shared secret key defined by handshake protocol. These are the algorithms are used. Then message is compressed before encryption. Then message integrity, using a message authentication code created using a shared secret key and short message. Here SSL record protocol is like this: application data, fragment, compress, add MAC, encrypt, append SSL, record, header. Then it transmitted. Then one of three SSL specific protocols which use the SSL record protocol, a single message, purpose of message. So finally we have to say that SSL provides the secure features for HTTP and other protocols to send the message in secure manner from end to end. Thank you for listening my class.